Hi guys, welcome to Nine's Corner. I am recuperating from Thanksgiving dinner because I ate 2 plates and I don't care. But it was wonderful. I had my boys and it was just a lovely family get together and I am grateful. And I am so grateful for you. I don't think that you know how much you've changed my life. 2.5, almost 3 years ago now, when I joined YouTube, I was at a really low point. I had sciatic nerve damage, so I was lying on the floor. I could not do anything. And I did not share with too many people about doing tarot cards because I didn't know how people were going to react. So not only was I at the worst time of my life, and at that time of my life, I was so depressed, I couldn't function, I couldn't do anything. And my son said, do YouTube. And my first video I put out, I don't even show my face. And then slowly but surely, I got subscribers, and I grow from all the comments, from the ups and downs, and I've shed tears, I've had laughs, I've made friends, I've gotten to really test myself in ways I just never imagined. And that's all because of you. And I'm so grateful. I thank you. I truly thank you. So, we are going to get into some of the races coming up. We're going to take a snapshot of what the energies are, what is the most likely outcomes, always knowing that there is always the possibility for change due to our ability to have free will. If I did a reading for you and I tell you what's going on in your life and we converse, you have the free will to change it. You can change anything just by changing your mind. You can literally get up and walk out of your life if you wanted to. I mean, most people would never think to, but you really and truly can, you know? And that is one of the sweet things in life that I don't think that we give enough credit for, is the fact that we do have that free will. And that is the one unknown, chaotic thing that nobody could ever figure out, because at the end of the day, the only person that knows you your best is you. And that personal inner conversation you have with God, universe, whatever you want to call it. So let's get into some readings. We're going to start with Arizona. Let's look at the race between Kate Hobbs and Carrie Lake for Arizona. So let's pull a card and we'll look at what is the most likely conclusion to this race. So Kate Hobbs and Carrie Lake. Carrie Lake. All right. So I'm the messenger here, so I'm just receiving the messages and I'm passing them on. So don't kill the messenger, and let's ground ourselves, because there's a difference between what we want, or I want, and what is real. So I need to really, okay. Carrie Hobbs. We have the Knight of Swords. Don't give up. There is a possibility of a promotion here, but there's also a feeling of like a delay. So you're wanting the answer to come out. You're waiting for the answer to come out. So for Carrie Lake, we have the Empress. And with the Empress, think about, pregnancy, 9 months, delays, postponements. So I'm thinking we're really going to be looking at a really tight race here. But when I look at Kate Hobbs having the Knight of Swords and Carrie Lake having the Empress, and this one denotes future success. So I think for Arizona, we're looking at a Kerry Lake win. Okay, so on to Georgia. We're looking at Stacey Abrams versus Kemp for Georgia. I will have to admit wholeheartedly that I am so pro Stacey Abrams. She works, I'm going to give that one to Stacey. She works so, so hard, and I can't help it. I do have, you know, so I do have a little bit of a want for her to win, but I'm not going to, I'm just going to read the cards. I'm not going to let my own feelings get into this. So Kemp, what's happening with you? Kemp, what's happening with you? All right, Stacey, what's happening with you? There's going to be some success, but there's still obstacles remaining. I'm not happy about the Two of Swords. This is a delay for Kemp. Kemp is waiting for his ships to come in. Oh, man. I think it's going to be a hard-fought race. I think Stacey Abrams doesn't know. She's hopeful. I think at this point in time, Kemp is the one that you would have to say looks more likely. I am so not happy about this, but we are looking at the Two of Swords and the Three of Wands. He is waiting for his ships to come in. She's still unsure, so I think this is going to be a close race. But if I was forced to, I'd have to give it to Kemp. But I've always seen her moving forward and winning. Okay, so right now, picture taken, we're looking at a Kemp win for Georgia. Next up, Texas. We are looking at Beto O'Rourke versus boo, Greg Abbott. I'm sorry. I have to express myself sometimes, but I will listen to whatever the cards tell me. Yes, darling. Oh, I should have showed that to you. I had the Four of Swords, so I feel like that was the universe's way of saying, yes, you're not part of this. So let's look at Beto O'Rourke and Greg Abbott. Greg Abbott. There's a really ominous kind of feeling around Greg Abbott. Ugh, I don't like him. Sorry. It comes out sometimes. I can't help myself. Okay, let's just... I know. I can't help it. This is exciting to me, so it's hard for me to keep my emotions at bay, but here we go. Beto O'Rourke. We've got the Six of Cups, so things are going to work out better than you expected. But it's like there's going to be some kind of unexpected twist before you're able to really attain your goal. Okay. So, Abbott. Abbott has the Death card. He's got the Six of Cups, which is, yes, you can attain your goal, but it's like something unexpected has to happen. And then I get the Death card for Abbott. So, okay. Oh my God, it's like I have like 100 things going through my mind. So, first, if I was Abbott, I would ensure my security around me. I would go to a doctor if I feel anything that's out of the ordinary. He is going to go through a transformation and go into a new direction. But I swear to God to you, I'm the Almighty, may God strike me down dead. I literally had this image of Trump going, no, it's mine, it's mine. They stole this from me. And I just get the feeling that this is going to be Abbott's call of like, no, this is mine. That's legally mine. So Beto O'Rourke, I believe, will win, but there's going to be a twist. And believe me you, Greg Abbott is going to show his true color. I'm going to give this one to Beto O'Rourke. Now, oh, cry me sake. See, I got to say everything because that's how I feel. This is Beto O'Rourke. But this can also be like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. So it could be like there's going to be this twist where we think that Beto's going to win, but it's actually Abbott who will rise out of the ashes. So I have to premise it by telling you that because we're only dealing with one card. So we have to kind of encompass all the meanings. And the fact that this is a major arcana, you know, so I really think that this Beto O'Rourke, Greg Abbott, is going to be a really tight race. But in the sense that I think running up to the race, there's so much room for stuff to happen. So I think this is one where you want to see what's going to be said and done between now and November. So let's go, Beto. Now we're in Ohio, and we're looking at Tim Ryan versus J.D. Vance. We're looking at Tim Ryan versus J.D. Vance. Tim Ryan versus... Okay, let's have a look at these. So for Tim Ryan, Wheel of Fortune, new direction, new beginning. This is winning. Okay, hold on. Let's look at, I shouldn't talk so quickly. Let's look at J.D. Vance. Justice. 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 So if Tim Ryan has the Wheel of Fortune and it's like win, then I think J.D. Vance is going to have to deal with the after effect. He is going to have to go back and review and weigh out why he lost, because he can't do it now because he's actually going through it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, Ohio, Tim Ryan is going to be your man. And like, do you see there's two major arcanas out here? So this is going to be life-changing for both, just in a different way. So I'm going to give this one to Tim Ryan. So we're going to move over to Pennsylvania and have a look at Fetterman versus Oz. Fetterman versus Oz. How's that race going to go down? Fetterman versus Oz. Okay. So Fetterman. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. I know this could be the offer of a job, but my first instinct, like as soon as I flipped it over, it was like good health, continued improvement of health. So, because don't forget, Pentacles are about health. So I just immediately, it's like, Fetterman, no matter what happens, your health is going to improve every day. You're going to get stronger and stronger. But this is the offer of a new job, a new position. So let's look at Oz. Oz has the 9 of Pentacles. So, like every card in the tarot deck, there's a positive and a negative side. And with the 9 of Pentacles, it's a case of, if you're sincere in your desire, if you're doing it for the greater good, it will be rewarded. But if you're not sincere, you are not going to get the rewards. So I feel that Fetterman's health is going to improve. I think that the race is going to get tighter because of, you know, just the fact that it's Oz. I think that if Oz is sincere, he could win it, but I'm going to give this one to Fetterman. I think you are going to get the offer. I think Oz is not sincere. He's not truly from there. So how can you represent where you don't live, where you don't know what it's like to live there in your day-to-day? You can't, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give this one to Fetterman. Yay. So I am very pleased that regardless of the race, I think it's going to go to Fetterman. This is a card of good health, continuous, day by day, getting better. So God bless you. The devil went down to Florida. He was looking for a soul steal. Obviously, you see, we're going to talk about DeSainton and Christ. DeSainton, oh my God. I said DeSainton, I said Christ, and I thought Christ. Saint and Christ. Okay, sorry. So let's have a look at Christ and DeSantis for Florida. How's that race going to work out? Christ and DeSantis. Okay. Christ and DeSantis. Christ. Woo! 3 of Wands, unexpected win, possibly. Let's look at DeSantis. Ooh, 6 of Pentacles. Oh, wait now. Let me think. With the 6 of Pentacles against the 3 of Wands. DeSantis. Things are going to be left unsettled. Something from your past, possible communications, papers, something coming up to bite you in the butt. And I'm telling you, DeSantis is going to be another one that thinks that this has been stolen from him. But Florida, do the right thing. It really looks like Chris is going to come out and pull like this unexpected win. So for Florida, we're going to go with Chris. I want this to be true so much. Oh my God. But look at the cards. It is what it is, right? You know what? Let's have a look at the next 2 months. We've been pulling one card all night, so let's pull one card and see how the next 2 months are going to go. What predictions can we come up with of things that we're going to see over the next 2 months? The next 2 months, what's going to happen leading up to the November elections? So what's going to happen leading up to the November elections. Let's try to get some predictions. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. So things are already set in motion and the situation is out of control. You know, there seems to be a focus on controversial issues and differences. And you're looking at, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune, anything can happen. So you're looking at unexpected events that are going to be happening over the next 2 months. So we will see some major changes. I mean, we're looking at major arcana. For people, they want the truth. Do you know, like people are just getting tired of it. And it's like, and this goes for both sides to a certain extent, because I mean, this represents everybody, not just one group. So I just want to clarify. But there seems to be this want for people to, they don't want the games. Just tell us like it is. Do you know what I mean? So with the Wheel of Fortune, there could be unexpected events. The Wheel of Fortune has a lot to do with economy, economics. So over the next 2 months, economy is going to become, because I mean, right now, I mean, everybody's talking about the border or Roe versus Wade or, you know, all these different things that are affecting people's votes. But I feel as though over the next 2 months, we're going to see more emphasis on finances, how people are doing, and the looming recession that nobody wants to talk about. So someone of importance. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune's out. So it's really significant. So, you know, there's going to be winners and there's going to be losers, but this could show a significant death coming in the next 2 months. That's going to be like, wow, we didn't expect that to happen. So there's definitely going to be some kind of death that could possibly not necessarily change the circumstances, but add to the chaos of the circumstances, if that if that makes sense. There's going to be things about written communications. That's going to affect the outcome of the elections because there are going to be some prize of paperwork, communications. At the end of the day, there's going to be events that are going to happen over the next 2 months that can't be ignored. There's going to be things that are going to radically change people's opinions, feelings, thoughts, emotions. It's not going to be, you know, everything just kind of staying the same and then we get to the election. There's going to be some major upheavals, changes, good and bad, because the Wheel of Fortune, you know, the cycle. So for some, it's going to be good. For some, it's going to be bad. But I've been saying this for a year now, since my 2020 predictions. I feel like somebody of great importance is going to pass away. And the fact that it showed up in this reading could mean that it could be somebody of a high political position or importance. For us guys, buckle up. There's going to be a lot more coming to us. End result. There's going to be just ups and downs, highs and lows, and they're going to be major. They're not going to be minor. So let's buckle up, guys. That's all I can say. So that's what I can get out of the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like I've drawn a conclusion now. So there you go. that's our reading. I hope you enjoyed it. So my dear sweet friends, that is our reading. And as always, I have our unity candle lit for each and every one of us. And until the next time we chat, my friends, cheerio. Please feel free to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and leave comments. If you have a question, if there's a race that you want me to cover, leave it in the comments, and you know I will do my best to get to it. So until the next time we chat, my friends, cheerio and take care.